Yeah,
So I was surprised. I was watching. I can't remember if it's Brentford or Brighton. One of them anyway. But anyway, he's back in the Premier League. Did you know that?
yeah, yeah.
All right, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Grealish, you mean? Yeah,
Well, Grealish is
yeah,
is at Everton. I know that.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
And he's very popular there as well.
it is indeed.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
I think he was instrumental to one or two of the goals that was scored
In
in the
their
last
win.
in their last match.
Yeah.
But Cole Palmer, not Cole Palmer, uh, Kyle Walker.
Carl
That's
Walker. Yeah.
the surprise for me. Is he on loan or is he fully? Is it Brentford? Is that? I can't remember what club he was playing for now.
No, I can't
But
remember either. I
yeah,
don't think he's on loan. I think he's actually been transferred. I
wow.
believe
All right, because
because of
it was
course
quite.
he went to Italy, didn't he, from Man City?
Yeah,
And was it Italy he went to? It was, I think.
it was AC Milan. It's Italy, isn't it?
Italy, yeah. Now I believe they've sold him back to Brentford,
All
but
right.
it could be a loan. I'm not even 100% sure it's Brentford, to be honest.
Yeah, I know it's one of them. It's either Brentford, Brentford, or Brighton actually. I can't remember which one, but I know I was watching.
No, I don't think it's Brighton.
Is it no? All right, okay. Well, I know I was watching a game and I saw him and I thought, and it kept saying Kyle Walker, and I'm thinking, what Kyle Walker are they
Yeah,
talking about? Yeah, but that was him. Yeah. So he's back in the Premier League now. He's back in the Premier League, and what do we make of him at this point? What do we think?
yeah. It makes you wonder why he seemed pretty desperate to get away from Manchester City at that given point, didn't he, during
Yeah,
last season? And I wonder if that was to do with his personal life. There were things going on. I don't know whether he separated from his wife. I think he did. I don't know whether they're still separated or whether
mm,
he's come back because they've got back together. It's hard to know. But he wasn't he wasn't in Italy for very long. Let's face it. So
mm,
it almost was like a need to get away from Manchester, and then he obviously wanted to come back, presumably because of domestic circumstances. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's a good player. I think I'm not sure how old he is. He's got to be in his 30s now, I imagine.
yeah,
So maybe his best days are behind him, certainly as far as England are concerned. He's always been a very reliable team player in wherever he's played, but including in for England. So
mm,
yeah, I think if his life has settled down, he'll do quite well. I think
yeah,
the team I'm thoughtful about and the manager is West Ham
yeah.
with Graham Potter
Oh yeah.
because he's had a bad start. He went there, didn't he, towards the end of last season?
Mm,
And I suppose I sometimes wonder why managers who I imagine don't really need to work
mm,
financially, because he got a
mm.
big payday when he went to Chelsea and when he left Chelsea, of course. And good luck to him. But I wonder. I understand anybody not wanting to sit around doing nothing, but you imagine he could become a pundit or other jobs in the media like that, where you're not under the constant microscope and
Yeah,
pressure pot of the
yeah.
Premier League. But having said that, I also understand the drug that football management and football itself is.
Mm.
It's is.
Mm.
It's a real drug, and so people want to get back into it. Some would say, well, it's better. I mean, West Ham struggled a bit last season. Go to a team that's struggling, and then you can only get it better. But
Mm.
also, the same is equally true. that you may, if you don't get them better and playing better football and moving a bit up the league
Mm.
within a reasonable time, and he had a few games last season and now this season, and it's not going well, then you're going to become the butt of the fans. They're going to say we don't want you, particularly as that they've had perhaps a fairly difficult period. Having
Mm.
said that, it's also a good thing about be careful what you wish for, because let's face it, David Moyes went back there. He did really well with them. There's no way their fans could argue with how, as a manager. And I think
Mm.
it was touch and go in his mind, the impression I got. But I think he knew ultimately the fans didn't want him. They didn't want him the first time when he was there, although he did okay. They didn't want
Mm.
him this time. Whereas, look at Everton now.
Yeah.
Whatever people say, I think, and I'm sure he's got a lot of fans, David Moyes. A lot of people think he's a very good manager. He knows the game inside out. Okay, it didn't really work out at Manchester United after Ferguson went, but then probably wouldn't have worked out for most managers taking over from Alex Ferguson.
Mm.
So, he went back to West Ham, etc. And I think he showed he's a very good manager. So, of course, he's gone to Everton. And as far as I see and understand, the fans like him. They love him there. He gets on well with the players, a good dressing room. There's no, as far as we can see, unpleasant side to the guy. He loves his football. He gets the best out of his players. And I happen to think Everton will probably do pretty well this year. I think they will. And, they've been a bit in the doldrums in recent years, but I think David Moyes will do that. And maybe West Ham fans might reflect and think, well, what a pity we didn't keep him, because, he knows the game. He knows West Ham very well, and yet we made him go. So if I were in that position, I think, why the hell did we do that? Now, no disrespect to Graham Potter, but
Mm.
he clearly is struggling a bit to get the best out of the players. And it's becoming a bit of a repeat of what happened at Chelsea over I think it was about 6 months. And I think it will be a real shame if they don't stick with him for a few months,
Mm.
because it's not really got the chance in a short period to turn things around. But then
Mm.
you may say, okay, well, let's look at the position at Christmas. If they're struggling at Christmas in today's Premier League, the
Mm.
chances are he'll be sacked. So it's a difficult one. And traditionally, West Ham have always been a good.